Hey everyone, it's FB here with a cast of the Stadium Team Championship 11 semi-final Planetkey-Dynamics versus MaDrivers. Currently, the teams are warming up before the start of the match, so in the meantime, let's begin with taking a look at the results from last week. This was the quarterfinals round of the playoff, and the first match was Team Acer versus AT Gaming. Team Acer took a convincing first map win here with a score of 7-1, and then also won the second map rather comfortably with a score of 7-3 to qualify to the semifinals. The second match of the quarterfinals was between EasyKiller and Saw, and also this match ended in a 2-0 score, and it was in favor of EasyKiller, who took the first map with a 7-3 score, and then proceeded to not lose a single round on the second map to win the match. On the other side of the bracket, MaDrivers made quite an upset by defeating M&M Gaming, who were in the grand final of ESL CPS 15 just a few months ago. It was close though, with both maps ending with a 7-5 score. And then lastly, Planetkey-Dynamics had no trouble taking down Lioncast on their quest to the semifinals. The first map was won with 7-3, and then just like EasyKiller did, Planetkey-Dynamics ended off the match by winning the second map with a 7-0 score. Taking a look at the playoff bracket, Team Acer and EasyKiller will be the other semifinal, and this one is likely going to be played this upcoming weekend on Sunday. And in case you're curious, the reason why this semifinal is played already on Thursday is because a majority of the drivers in MaDrivers are all attending a LAN event over the weekend, which would have prevented them to play the match at that time. And finally, before we go live, let's also take a look at the format for this match. It's played in 5 vs 5 in a best of 3, which means 2 map wins will give either team the victory. Every sub-match is played to 7 with tennis mode, which means that if the score is 6-6, you have to win with 2 points. The map packs consist of 3 maps that are played over 2 weeks, and this is a single elimination bracket, which means that if you lose a match, you are eliminated from the tournament. And, oh, okay. Looks like we have already started the match. Okay, I thought maybe there would be a couple of more warm-ups, but okay, so that's gonna be the end of the first round. Planetkey-Dynamics will take it, alright. An ace round as well, with really good times. Sorry about missing that first round. So yeah, we are playing here on the first map, Exid. The author is Roa, and the world record is 58.275 by Extreme. So we are live into the second round now. Again, sorry about missing that first round. There was a bit of a delay here because we had to switch the server, and then I guess they didn't want to warm up anymore, so they just decided to start the match. But we see now Extreme going up in the lead here on the track. He got the world record on. Flyer is at 2nd place. We see Grono playing for MaDrivers at 3rd place. Javi Flyer going up to 3rd place now. So it's looking like another point in favor of Planetkey-Dynamics. Extreme with a 3400 lead halfway through this second round. At the bottom we have Jodoki with a crash. Also Mikus and Saffron has dropped down. Oh, as Javi Flyer with a small mistake as well, leaving Extreme and Flyer at 1st and 2nd place. Grono and Edward gaining a position, but I believe it will still be a blue point. Extreme and Flyer doing well, especially Extreme with a time of 58.45, only 1800s from the world record. So that's gonna be another blue point. Jodoki and Javi Flyer 5th and 6th, and Saffron at 9th. And Planetkey-Dynamics off to a great start. Let's go through the lineups as well. We see for Planetkey-Dynamics we have Extreme, Saffron, Flyer, Javi Flyer and Jodoki driving. And for MaDrivers we have Edward, Grono, Shadi, Megorian and Mikus. And MaDrivers are not... they don't have Nugget, their guest player from Team Dignitas, playing in this match. Which I'm sure they would have loved to have. So... bit of an uphill battle from MaDrivers. Planetkey-Dynamics definitely should be seen as the favorites. As we see Mikus doing pretty well in this next round. Goes up in the top even, passing Javi Flyer and Flyer. Edward and Megorian not too far behind either, so this could in fact be a red point, but we've seen that Shadi has retired for some unknown reason. Of course, respawn is allowed, so there's really no good reason at all for a player to retire these rounds. As we come up to the ending, Javi Flyer now in the lead. Flyer though, hitting the side of the wall, and it could still potentially be a red point. We'll see though. Javi Flyer taking 1st, Mikus at 2nd, Extreme at 3rd, Edward and Megorian 4th and 5th, Saffron and Flyer 6th and 7th, Grono at 8th, Jodoki at 9th, and it's going to be a blue point. 29-25 is the round score. Had Shadi not retired, that may have been a point for MaDrivers. As we start the 4th round. And I also wanted to mention here before the match started that Planetkey-Dynamics, they've been in every single semi-final for the last 5 team tournaments, and they've lost all of them as well. So this is their 5th attempt at reaching a grand final. So I'm sure they really want to win this match, as we see mistakes from both Extreme and Haviflyer. Also Grono has crashed for MaDrivers. Edward dropping down. See Saffron currently in the lead in front of Flyer. But then we do have the other 3 MaDriver players following them. Potentially could be a red point again here, but right now a small advantage for Planetkey-Dynamics. Haviflyer also in front of Edward and Grono. As we come up to the ending, Flyer looking to take first place, but Megorian and Shaddy has gone up to 2nd and 3rd, and then Flyer hits the pillar just before the finish. Megorian and Shaddy will take 1st and 2nd, and this will definitely be a red point. But yeah, as I was saying, Planetkey-Dynamics, they were in the grand final of STC11 last year. That was when their streak of losing these semifinals started. They lost against Dignitas that time. Of course, then they were known as Penta. Then the next one was CPS14, where they lost against BX3 in the semifinal, followed by TM Masters Team Cup 2015, where they lost against Fun Team in the semifinal. And then in the previous team tournament before this one, CPS15, they lost against M&M Gaming, which of course is also Fun Team. So again, this would be their 5th attempt at trying to win a semi-final. We'll see if they can pull it off. We are deep into this next round. Grono with a crash here for MaDrivers. At the top, it's mainly blue players. Miku seems to be the only one remaining for MaDrivers, and he will drop down to 3rd place. Joduki and Haviflyer in front of him. So it's looking to be a blue point again. Miku's coming back strongly in the end and almost able to steal that 1st place. But Haviflyer will stay in front with 100 of a second. Joduki and Flyer also at times under 59 seconds. It's pretty close, but once again, Planetkey-Dynamics coming out at the top, and now they are in the lead with 4-1. And right now in the team scores, we see that Extreme has done the best out of all players at 38 points. Haviflyer with 37, Flyer with 30, Mikus with 30 as well, Edward and Saffron with 26 points, Joduki and Shaddy with 24 points, Megorian with 22, and then Grono with 17 points. MaDrivers not doing that badly in this match, but I'm sure if they had Nugget driving as well, then they would have felt much more confident. Right now we also see 3 Planetkey-Dynamics players in the top. It's Flyer, Haviflyer and Saffron. Extreme is actually at 4th place. This is a really convincing round for Planetkey-Dynamics. Extreme lagging a bit here. Let's switch to Flyer, who is in the lead. Close together with Haviflyer and Saffron, and a really good round from all 3 of them. 58.50, 0.52 and 0.56. That is 3 really good times. And then Extreme and Joduki 4th and 5th, making this the 2nd ace round of the match. The first one being the first round. And now the score is quickly up to 5-1. Planetkey-Dynamics 2 points away from winning the first map. And they are looking mighty strong here. Oh, looks like Megorian has made the first mistake in this next round. Shaddy also dropping down. 2 MaDrivers already down in the start. And it's looking more and more that Planetkey-Dynamics will go up to match point. Once again, we have lots of blue players at the top. Haviflyer, Extreme, Saffron, and then Flyer bringing up the rear. Joduki not too far behind either. Will we see the 2nd ace round in a row? Right now, Mikus is the only one who can deny that at 5th place. But we can see here Joduki only being 300s behind Extreme with a no drift. So maybe Mikus will pass him, but it doesn't really matter. Planetkey-Dynamics are once again driving very solidly, and look at those times. 0.55, 0.64, 0.66 by Hobby Flyer, Saffron and Flyer, who continue to drive really good here. Mikus with a good effort for MaDrivers. 58.68 is certainly a capable time, but he is way too alone right now, facing off against this strong Planetkey-Dynamics lineup. 6-1 is the score. Will this be the last round of the first map, or can MaDrivers get one more point on the scoreboard? It's a close pack of players early on. But once again, oh, actually we see Hobby Flyer and Saffron with some mistakes here in the start. So that opens it up for MaDrivers. Especially if Mikus can continue to drive well, which he is doing, but then Magorian goes down in the next turn. And we have Extreme and Jodoki right now leading at first and second. Flyer not doing that badly either, so this could also be a blue point right now. It is for sure, with top 3 being occupied by Planetkey-Dynamics drivers, and we just have one turn left. This is looking to be it. Planetkey-Dynamics will take the first map with a score of 7-1. Good times from Jodoki, Extreme and Flyer that time, and it's a really convincing win for Planetkey-Dynamics on the first map. So they have 1 foot into the grand final now. If they win the second map, they have done it in their 5th attempt. And the second map, of course, is this one, Innovative, with the world record being by Poker, who drives for Planetkey-Dynamics. His time is 59.445. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if Poker is driving on this map. And right now we see him in the lineup, so he's going to warm up. Let's see if we will have any others change. Looks like Renew and Zack will play as well for Planetkey-Dynamics. Then for MaDrivers we also have Anubis and Edward, I believe, new into the lineup. So we'll have maybe 2 more warm-ups before starting. Taking a look at the Dedimania, the top 30 online times. Besides Poker's top 1 time, we have Extreme at top 3, 59.55. Vinny is at top 5, 59.55, but he is not driving for Planetkey-Dynamics. He played for M&M Gaming this tournament, and they got eliminated the last round. So I believe he's not allowed to play here. There is a new rule though for STC this edition. It got added in the middle of the group stage, where teams that quit the tournament can actually be allowed to participate in the playoff. That's why Nugget is driving for MaDrivers, even though normally he's a part of Team Dignitas. In the past, if a team quit or didn't get through to the playoff, they couldn't continue the tournament, but that got changed. You can say what you want about that. Personally, I don't really agree with it, but anyways, that's how it is right now. Let's continue here in the Dedimania. We see that Jodoki is at top 8, 59.57. Saffron top 13, 59.59. And then Renew top 14, 59.60. And we continue with Planetkey-Dynamics players with Mesko at top 16.62 and Zack at top 17.62 as well. The best player for MaDrivers is Mikus, 59.65 at top 21, and he is in fact the only player represented in this Dedimania. Alright, let's see if this will be the last warm-up. No, it's going to be one more after this. But yeah, Planetkey-Dynamics, they really have a deep lineup here, lots of options. They could almost have, like, I think maybe 3 lineups playing, and they probably would do pretty well, all 3 of them. So very strong team on paper, but still they've kind of struggled reaching the grand finals of these team tournaments. It's often been close though. Especially, I recall the semi-final in Team Masters Team Cup against Fun Team was one of the closest matches I've ever seen, probably. I believe all 3 matches went to, or all 3 maps went to tennis mode, which may have been a first, a really close match. So they've certainly been close, but I don't think they've been closer than this ever before. MaDrivers not really giving them a close match on the first map, and based on the Dedi, they it may be a similar score on the second map, and that would of course mean that Planetkey-Dynamics have qualified to the grand final. As we soon see the end of this warm-up, and I do believe this is the last one. Let's see here. Good time, by the way, by Renew, 0.63. And we see the restart, so that's going to be the last warm-up, and we are continuing this Stadium Team Championship 11 semi-final match between Planetkey-Dynamics and MaDrivers. Planetkey-Dynamics won the first map with a score of 7-1. We'll see what the score will be on the second map. Innovative. The lineups are Renew, Poker, Extreme, Zack, and Jodoki for Planetkey-Dynamics, and for MaDrivers we got Mikus, Anubis, Grono, Shadi, and Edward. And off we go, live into the first round, following Renew for Planetkey-Dynamics. Ooh, both Mikus and Gronos went extremely close to the pillar, but somehow didn't touch it. They will go down though in the rankings. Took a bit of a longer trajectory, as we see Edward also clipping the wall. So not a good start at all for MaDrivers, and it's a complete opposite for Planetkey-Dynamics, with Poker in the lead, Zack at second, Renew at third, and we also see another crash there from a red player. Didn't see who it was, but more and more looks like Planetkey-Dynamics may have a very easy road to the grand final. Poker right now still in the lead, 1000s in front of Zack. Renew also up there, and here comes Extreme, top 4 for Planetkey-Dynamics. Only Jodoki is a bit behind. Extreme also losing a bit of ground in that turn, but Poker, Renew, and Zack remaining at the front. And here's the last turn. Poker will take it, 59.89, Renew 0.95, Zack 1 minute 400s, and Extreme 1 minute 2900s in front of Anubis, Grono, Edward, and Shadi. Jodoki finishing at 9th in front of Mikus, who is 7.5 seconds behind. So yeah, a pretty convincing first round going to Planetkey-Dynamics, and I'll be honest, I don't really see any signs here that MaDrivers can come back from this and force a third and final map. They may have to start setting consistent times under 1 minute, and I'm not so sure they are capable of doing so. One player that certainly is capable of doing that though is Poker. He got the world record, and what a start, 600s behind his own time and far ahead of the rest of the pack. Mikus again doing the best for MaDrivers, but then goes down to 9th place all of a sudden. Far behind is Mikus. Renew at 2nd place, Zack and Extreme popping up there in the next turn. Here comes Jodoki as well. All 5 Planetkey-Dynamics players up in the top. And this is going to be a very convincing round win. Maybe even an ace. Shadi though right now maybe in front of Jodoki. Let's see what's gonna happen. No, it's going to be an ace. Extreme with a better finish there. Or Jodoki with a better finish. And wow, 4 out of 5 players under 1 minute. 2300s between them all. That is an impressive round, to say the least. Probably the most impressive round I've ever seen on this map. So yeah, Planetkey-Dynamics up to a 2-0 lead, and Grono goes down in the start. So far Poker is at 20 points. A perfect start for the Austrian player. Oh, it's gonna lose his grip in that small uphill though. So for once he won't be at the absolute top. Instead it's Mikus for MaDrivers. Oh, but he gets a bad landing though in that small drop. Renew will take advantage of it and goes up in the lead. Grono still far behind here for MaDrivers. Jodoki at 3rd. Poker at second. Shadi is doing what he can, but this is not looking pretty for MaDrivers. Good turn though there from Shadi. Can gain a position up to second place now, but as you can see, he's surrounded by Planetkey-Dynamics players, and this is definitely going to be a round in their favor. 59.75 by Renew at first place. Zach and Poker also with times under 1 minute, and so does Shadi with 0.95. So a good round there from Shadi, taking second place, but his teammates nowhere to be seen. So it's quickly a 3-0 lead for Planetkey-Dynamics, and they are only 4 points away from qualifying to the grand final. Oh, and Anubis with a slow start, otherwise no major mistakes. It's only about 3300s between all 10 players. Very close here, initially at least. Edward right now in the lead. Grona also with a good start from MaDrivers. See if this could maybe be their first point. Although we do see Renew, Poker and Zach up in the lead, and then Shadi goes down. Renew though losing some speed in the uphill. Grono may be able to pass him. We also see Mikus showing up. Good turn there from Mikus, up to third place. Extreme is at 6th, just behind Grono, but may be able to pass him now. This is looking very, very good for Planetkey-Dynamics. Can't really say anything else. Poker will take it in front of Zach at second place. I believe Renew was it, maybe dropped down in the end to 6th place, but doesn't really matter too much. It's again mostly blue players at the top, and Poker and Zach especially making sure that that is a blue point with their times under 1 minute. 4-0 is the score, and Anubis crashes in the first turn. Not what MaDrivers wanted. So they are still on their quest to get a point here on the second map. And right now that kind of feels like a victory, to be honest, because I mean the performance from Planetkey-Dynamics on the first map was impressive, but this performance on the second map is unheard of. This is looking to be a piece of cake, to say the least. But look at this though. This is looking a bit more doable, perhaps. Maybe not actually. It's only Mikus and Grodo up in the top. Shadi is 8 seconds behind. Anubis 1 second behind. Grono and Edward not really able to keep up with the players in the top. Poker looking to take another first place. And what a time, 59.72 in front of Zach with 0.85 and Extreme with 0.87. Mikus again driving good for MaDrivers, 59.89. Let's take a look at the team scores here before it's too late. Poker is in the lead with 47 points, Zach at 43, Rini with 37, Extreme with 33. And then we have Mikus doing the best for MaDrivers with 22 points in front of Grono with 20, Jodoki also with 20, Edward with 19, Shadi with 19 as well, and then Anubis with 14 points. And the fastest time is the one we just saw, I believe, Poker 59.72. So the score is now 5-0, 2 points away for Planetkey-Dynamics, and then they will be in the grand final for the first time ever. Renew with a good turn, up in the lead in front of Poker. Here's Grono at 5th place, Mikus and Shadi in front of him, and Edward is at 6th place, so this is right now a red point in fact. Both Zach and Jodoki are far behind. Extreme also not doing that well, so I believe this will actually be a red point despite Poker and Renew taking first and second. It's a good team effort there from MaDrivers, setting low 1 minute times besides Anubis. But he's still in front of Zach, Extreme and Jodoki. So yeah, MaDrivers will get their first point here on the second map, putting the score at 5-1. Some hope here for MaDrivers, but it's still looking pretty grim. That was mainly a bad effort from Planetkey-Dynamics, who usually set at least 2 or 3 times under 1 minute. So see if it's gonna go back to normal in this next round. We do have Extreme, Jodoki, Renew, and Poker up in the lead. And also Zack is there, so this is a good start from all 5 players. Right now, it's only Mikus who's able to challenge them. Grono almost clips the pillar, gonna affect him in the next corner. So he's quite far behind. Let's go up in the top where we see Jodoki and Extreme first and second. Zack at third. And then Renew will maybe pass Mikus, who's still keeping up fairly well, but this is looking to be it for Planetkey-Dynamics. They will go up to match point with another impressive performance, 59.67 by Jodoki, taking over in terms of the fastest time, and also actually Zack with an awesome time, 0.68, and Renew 0.80 at third place. Mikus 59.84 there for MaDrivers, again performing the best, but we see Planetkey-Dynamics now up to the match point, 1 more point, and they are in the grand final. And they get a good start here with Grono going down in the start. Again, he's having some trouble with the first couple of corners. See Shaddy losing some speed. Jodoki though goes too close to the wall, so he's going to go down. But as long as his teammates do well, then that's going to be it for Planetkey-Dynamics. We see Renew, Poker, and Extreme right now leading. Here's Extreme, who will allow Zack to pass him, but it's top 4 for Planetkey-Dynamics. Only a few turns remaining. And this more and more seems to be the final round of the match, unless we play the last map just for fun. Extreme though going down with a mistake, but we still got 3 players remaining. Poker, Zack, and Renew entering the last corner, and there they go through the finish line as the winners. Planetkey-Dynamics have advanced to the grand final of Stadium Team Championship 11. 2-0 is the score, and it's another 7-1 map win. So let's see now if we will play the third map or not. Looks like we might actually, so I might as well cast that. But yeah, that was quite easy for Planetkey-Dynamics. I don't think MaDrivers played particularly badly. It's just that Planetkey-Dynamics were very impressive, I thought, especially on that second map. Lots of times under 1 minute. So we are now moving on to the third map, but it looks like we are not maybe playing it because Planetkey-Dynamics only got 3 players now. So we may actually not have it be played. Let's just ask here in the chat. Okay, Poker says there won't be a third map, so I'll just go ahead and summarize this match. Planetkey-Dynamics will take it with a 2-0 score, winning with 7-1, 7-1. Okay, and now they say they are playing it. So let's not finish off this cast. Let's just continue the stream. I don't know what I think about playing the third map. I mean, yeah, just for fun, but for a cast, it's not too exciting, I suppose. But I'll still show it off here. That's fine, especially when there's no warm-ups. I like that. So good luck and fun. We are starting this third and last map, which doesn't matter at all. See the lineups here for Planetkey-Dynamics. Swoopy is playing for the first time, together with Poker, Saffron, Renew, and Flyer. And for MaDrivers, we got Grono, Shaddy, Mikus, Megorian, and Tom. And off we go, live into the first round. Let's also take a quick look here at the map. It's called Tropfen, the author is Sirs, and the world record is by Saffron, 56.655. And Saffron is playing, here he is, up in the lead. So, this makes sense that he got the world record. Flyer though, gonna pass him. As we transition up on the road again, Swoopy is at 3rd place. And I guess it's kind of a testimony that Swoopy didn't even play the 2 first maps and they still completely dominated. Swoopy, I think, is a bit of a hidden boss, if I can express myself that way. I think he's pretty underrated here. He's usually doing pretty well in team matches, and I think he would do pretty well in individual tournaments as well if he played in them, for example ESWC. And he's gonna win that round actually. Good ending from Swoopy, 56.97. Saffron finishing at 2nd, Flyer at 3rd, Renew at 4th. And it's an easy point for Planetkey-Dynamics. No MaDriver player even under 58 seconds. So this may be a quick win for Planetkey-Dynamics if they can keep up their focus, because sometimes when we play these 3rd unimportant maps, the focus may not be quite there, so we may see a bit more mistakes, and we see lots of mistakes in that section of the map over the blue floor. Saffron also crashing. Megorian almost standing still. Saffron a bit behind as well. Flyer is at 5th place. Poker and Swoopy 1st and 2nd in front of Tom and Grono. Flyer though doing a good job. Swoopy doing a bad job. He's gonna go down over the grass. Poker remaining at 1st place though. Avoids hitting the wall or the hole through the last corner and will take 1st place with a time of 57.05. Shaddy retiring, as he did on the first map. May not be aware that respawn is allowed. There might be an explanation. So a 2-0 lead here for Planetkey-Dynamics as we continue with the 3rd round. Over the platform, Saffron hits the edge. Drove a bit too risky. As you see also Poker having his front wheels touching that dirt wall that made him lose his grip, and does also a bit of his speed. Flyer clipping the wall in that small downhill. Megorian has crashed for MaDrivers. Here's Flyer, bit behind, but again does this turn better than Tom. So he will overtake him. And in the lead, it's Renew right now, with Swoopy at 2nd place. Renew going awfully close to the wall, but able to get through it without any crash. And setting a time of 57.08. Swoopy at 2nd, Poker at 4th, Flyer at 5th, Saffron at 9th, making it a blue point. And for those wondering when the next semifinal will be played, it's going to be played on Sunday, it looks like. Team Ace versus Easy Killer, but the time is not decided yet. I think Easy Killer asks for a later time, so we'll see if Team Acer can play at that time. And then I think it's also not completely clear when the grand final will be played. I think the admin Raylag considers delaying it after ESWC, even though it would be played 1 week before ESWC if it's played at its normal time. Personally, I would prefer it being played before ESWC, but we'll see what will be the case as we see Poker and Renew with 1 turn left of this next round. Poker with another 1st place, setting a time of 57 seconds. Renew 500s behind him. Megorian with a decent time for MaDrivers at 3rd place. Saffron at 4th, and Tom, Grono and Mikus follow. In front of Flyer at 8th, Shaddy at 9th and Swoopy at 10th. 30-25 in the round score, that's the closest round so far. But it's still going to Planetkey-Dynamics, who are now in the lead with 4-0. Oh, Tom almost fell out of the track. Shaddy also going down over the platform. And in the meantime, we have Swoopy, Saffron, Flyer, Renew, and Poker all in the top. Can straight away see the difference here between the two teams. It's really not that close right now. It's a bit closer. I think the first map was the closest one. I feel like MaDrivers had a couple of close calls and maybe deserved to win more than one round. But here, and especially on the second map, it's pretty one-sided. Planetkey-Dynamics completely dominating. And this is going to be another example of that, as Flyer had a huge bump there from the border and landed a bit awkwardly, but still able to finish without respawning at 8th place in front of Tom and Shaddy. Flyer at 7th, but then Poker, Renew, and Swoopy making this a blue point. Swoopy disconnecting now, so we'll have to wait for him at the score of 5-0, and that wasn't a long wait. He's already back on the server. So we will continue shortly. We see the forced end round, and that means we are continuing the match. So Planetkey-Dynamics 2 points away from sweeping MaDrivers on this third map. And in the team scores, Poker and Renew are sharing first place with 36 points each, with Swoopy at 34 points, Flyer at 29, Saffron at 26, Mikus at 25, Tom at 24, Grono at 23, Megorian at 21, and Shaddy only with 11 points. Fastest time is by Swoopy, 56.95. So we haven't seen many times under 57 seconds, only one so far. Maybe one will come though in this next round. Swoopy is only 2400ths behind the world record, as we see Megorian making a big crash. Mikus also with a bad landing in that small drop. Here's Flyer, he is stumbling over the grass. And in the top it's Swoopy still in the lead, and this will not be a time under 57 seconds. He's 4 thousandths or 5 thousandths of a second from doing so, but still a good performance from Swoopy, who with that will take over first place. No, he will not. He's still 1 point away or behind Poker, who's still leading the team scores with 45 points, but 6-0 is the score now. It's map point number 3 for Planetkey-Dynamics, and they've done quick work of it in their first 2, so I think that's going to be the case in this next one as well, as we see Megorian standing still and is asking for a restart, but the restart is not arriving. Tom, I believe, is the admin, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much. So this is likely going to be the last round of the match. We see all the Planetkey-Dynamics players up in the top, as always, with Mikus doing well for MaDrivers. He's been their best player throughout the match, but even him cannot challenge Planetkey-Dynamics. Will pass Renew over the grass, so may be able to hinder the ace. Also Poker with a landing bug, so Mikus will go up to 4th place, but Flyer, Swoopy, and Saffron will be in front of him, and that's going to be it. Planetkey-Dynamics will take the third map with a score of 7-0. So now let's properly summarize this match, the semi-final match of Stadium Team Championship 11 between Planetkey-Dynamics and MaDrivers. Planetkey-Dynamics completely dominates, wins the first map 7-1, second map 7-1, and then just for fun, the third map with a score of 7-0. So they will be in the grand final. In their 5th attempt, as I mentioned earlier. They lost last year in the semi in STC10, then ESL CPS 14, TMM TC 2015, and then ESL CPS 15. All losses in the semi-finals. But this time though, 5th time the charm for Planetkey-Dynamics, who will be in their first grand final, and they will face off against either Team Acer or Easy Killer, who are driving the other semi-final against each other next Sunday. and I will of course be casting that. Before I go, the Nations Cup 10 Grand Final will be on Monday, I believe, unless the day is changed, but if so, I will let you know. You can see, of course, the schedule of my stream below, so that's a good way to keep yourself updated of what's coming up on this channel. But for now, I'm gonna take off, so thank you all for watching, and see you next time.